Hi, this is Mike Dirks, the Regional Home Missionary Coordinator for the Presbytery of Ohio. And this month we are talking with Jeremiah Montgomery, the General Secretary of the Home Missions Committee of the denomination. So welcome to the new year, Jeremiah, and I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Thanks, Mike. Turned 45 this year, as we say in my house, halfway to 90. A little below.
Halfway there, yeah. So let's look back. You've been doing this now several years. What are you seeing in church planning in the OPC?
Yeah, I mean, the most encouraging thing to me as I go around not only visiting church plants, but also working with Sunday school classes and teaching on personal evangelism at churches is a growing enthusiasm and desire to be outward facing, to be reaching out into our communities, to actually be reaching lost people with the gospel. There are a lot of questions people have. Maybe many feel ill-equipped, but there is a genuine and sincere desire. And I think that that's really encouraging.
Yeah, that is. We picked up on that when we were at the Regional Home Missionary Conference, the stories of conversion, and that's exciting. So as we look forward, as you're looking at 2026 going forward, what are some of the things, opportunities in front of us, and maybe some challenges?
Yeah, well, I think that continues to be a challenge, right? There's a desire to reach into hearts with the gospel that are lost, but that doesn't necessarily mean that those people are going to welcome that outreach. And so it's going to continue to be a challenge for people to step beyond their comfort zone. One of the things I say when I teach on evangelism is always cultivate the habit of taking one step beyond your comfort zone, one question, one comment, drop one breadcrumb, just if you cultivate the habit of just taking one step beyond your comfort zone, you'll get in the habit of going further. That's going to continue to be a challenge. There's a desire, maybe the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's going to be an ongoing challenge. Things that I'm looking forward to that are real encouragements, despite the budgetary challenges that Home Missions has had, we have approved earmarked funds to begin up to 12 new mission works in 2026. Now, they may not all come online depending on timing and other factors, but we're planning for up to 12 new mission works, which would bring our total of committee supported works for 2026 to 3 dozen, and even 3 dozen. And we'd love to see them all come online.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, when I talk about evangelism, I think Greg Kokel is the one that used this term, and I loved it. Is think about how can you ask a question that puts a pebble in their shoe,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Or yeah, I talk about dropping breadcrumbs, say something that will invite a question to which you
yeah.
can respond. Yeah.
Or sometimes you may not want to continue or don't have time to continue the conversation, but what can you give them a question that just sits there and irritates them, not overtly, but just kind of subtly. And that's that pebble in the shoe.
Yeah.
You've done it. You've been running, and there's that little pebble in your shoe, and it just
Oh, yeah.
bothers you. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a great model for somebody who doesn't feel comfortable giving a full evangelism story, maybe. But just what's that one question you can give that just lets it gnaw away?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Very good. Right. Those
yeah.
kind of things, something that'll stick with them.
Yeah, yeah. So that's exciting. I mean, 12 new works and 24 already. I know the Presbytery of Ohio has benefited greatly from it. We've got several that are coming online this year and planned into next year. So that's exciting. I know the challenge is we've got to steward the money well and then serve the churches. I love that stewardship servant tension that plays out.
Yeah.
And we have a good God that gives much beyond what we could ever ask.
Yeah.
So
And on
let's
that note,
talk.
Mike, can I just mention this news just went out to the denomination this morning, but the thank offering totals for the year are in, and the churches and individuals of the OPC gave $1.885 million to the thank offering in 2025.
That was great. And the goal was what?
The goal was two, but even
Okay.
though we didn't quite hit the two, 1.885 is still a very
Yeah.
generous and strong thank offering.
Yeah.
Will be a
Yeah.
big help to OPC Home Missions.
Yes, yes, I know that was one of those we were hoping and anticipating a blessing to
Mhm.
the Home Missions Committee. So let's talk about how can we pray to God for you as well as the committee as well as home missions throughout the denomination.
Yeah, the two big prayers that I always share everywhere I go when I'm asked for our denomination as a whole, that we would that we would grow to be as fruitful in reaching the lost as we already are in teaching the found. That's number one. Number two, that the Lord would save new souls, make new Christians every day, including today, through the ministry of the OPC, either directly or indirectly. I have some stories that I share in that regard. Those are two big ones for myself personally. There is just the need for wisdom to be a good leader, to be a good servant, to work well with the committee, to work well with the churches, to care well for my family. I do travel a lot, and that will start here at the end of the month. So praying for our family while I'm away.
Very
Those would be
good.
three. Yep.
Very good. And I know on Outward OPC, you've gone much deeper into these topics. So people, please go to, and I'll have it in the comment sections, a link to go to Outward OPC and Jeremiah flushes this out a little bit more, a lot more detail than what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it was I think late last year. It was a two-part long form conversation about home missions on Outward OPC that just goes into a lot more detail and a lot deeper down a number of topics. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Well, thank you again, Jeremiah, for your ministry and for the service you're giving to the church.
Oh, my privilege, Mike. Thank you.